Welcome to Signal Iduna Park. We are reporting live here from German territory. Yes, indeed. As you can see, Hansi Flick and the first team have already taken to the stage for what tomorrow will be match day 6 of the league phase of the Champions League. The European top competition is back with a bang as Barca are set to face a very sturdy and tough test indeed, as they will face not only a highly informed Borussia Dortmund side, but they will be met by the famous Yellow Wall. And by that I don't mean the team of Germany that they will be pressing back and sitting back in the low block. No, I am of course talking about the 80,000 something fans that will pack this stadium with their yellow shirts. These yellow and black colors that have over the years, over the seasons, have become synonymous with one of those classic atmospheres, those fantastic stages, and surely tomorrow be no different. The temperature, as you can see, not like what we have here in the Mediterranean. No, it's a little bit colder up north in Europe. The temperatures are a little bit lower. You can see some players already warming up as they are attentively listening to the final instructions, the pep talks, the what have yous of the technical staff. The first 15 minutes here of the training session coming to you live once more from Signal Iduna Park, a place Dortmund have not lost a match in the top European competition since 2021. Take that in. But that man that you're seeing on your screens that is now surely but slowly fading away, Robert Lewandowski, the team's La Liga's, what am I saying, Europe's top goal scoring machine, will be facing his former side, as well as a side that he has faced when wearing the Bayern outfit, a stadium in which he has scored goals galore. You see him there, manager Hansi Flick, having a chat with his team. Hansi Flick that was just in the press conference. And he, of course, as well, in good spirits, in full trust of his team to take on this task and continue in positive ways in the Champions League, a competition where Barca are riding high. The stage is set, of course, between a battle of, well, it is not a battle between first and second, but it is a battle between third and fourth. Dortmund and Barca tied on points, 12 apiece, sharing the exact same record with 5 matches played. Both have won 4, lost 1. The difference here is the goals scored and the goals conceded. Barca having that slight edge in goal difference, 3 to be exact, 13 for Barca, 10 for Dortmund. So once again, this clash could be a difference maker, and any team that'll pick up points, it'll be shown in the league standing as well, and it'll be the difference in points between the teams as they are chasing the top of the standings, or at least, at the very least, make sure that they cement their place in the top 8 and thereby qualify in the, let's call it, the prestigious positions of the league standings as the knockout phase draws nearer with the passing of each game. A Barca that, of course, are heading into this competition after having to endure quite a setback in the domestic league. Hansi Flick putting a fatherly arm around, I think it's Rafinha. It's quite hard to see. It's quite hard to tell as, again, I think it was Rafinha fully decked out in the beanie, the scarf covering his face. The gloves are on as well. Hansi that is probably letting the Brazilian know that, yes, the temperatures are low, but they'll be high tomorrow in this jam-packed stadium. Hansi that is efficient water here in his native Germany. As I was alluding to, the setback against Betis, a disappointing result, has to be said. Even if it is in a stadium like the Benito Villamarín, where only one team has managed to win all season, Barça were ever so close to picking up those 3 points. In the end, they had to settle for 1, and it was one bitter point because they had the 3 within grasping distance. It was a late goal in the end by Diao in the 94th minute. A memorable moment for the Betis youngster as he got his first goal in front of the home fans. First goal in the Betis outfit, making a debut with the first team as Ferran Torres managed to get the side back up. It all started with Robert Lewandowski breaking the deadlock before Lo Celso put in a penalty in the second half. And Ferran Torres in the 82nd minute looked like Barça were going to walk home and walk away with a win. Walk home with the 3 points from Sevilla, but it wasn't meant to be. That said, though, it didn't change much in the league standings, at least from a position point of view. Barça still top of the league with those 38 points, as the second and third trail by 2 and 3. But let's shift focus on the Champions League instead. And like I said, there Borussia and Barça tying on points. Inter and Liverpool up by 1 and 4 respectively, as Barça get ready to face a side that, look, from a statistical point of view, or at least from past presidents, you have to say that, well, the stats don't lie, past presidents don't lie. And things are looking favorable for Barça. Barça are unbeaten in all of their 4 games against Borussia Dortmund in Europe, having won 2 and drawn 2 across all competitions. This is the most times Dortmund have faced an opponent in Europe without winning. Now, that being said, along with the stat that I mentioned earlier, the fact that Borussia, haven't lost a game at home on the European stage since 2021. It also has to be said that Borussia have, of course, won 4 of the 5 Champions League matches so far this season, and that matching Barça's stat, but it's also their best start since the 2016-17 season. So the Germans are off to a very good start indeed. The runners-up in last season's Champions League campaign are going to head into this match as well, fancying their chances to get a positive result against the Catalan Giants. Meanwhile, Barça are looking to win their 5th consecutive Champions League match for the first time since winning their first 5 games since the 2020-21 campaign. And while that was the last time that they did so, scoring 3+ goals in each match, that was in a 2011-12 campaign. So should they do it again, they'd be the first team to have more than one of such a run of victories. And the good news is, of course, for Barça, the big new addition, the big name that has rejoined the squad, that of Ronald Araujo, the Uruguayan central defender, back with the squad, back ready to take part of not just the practices, but the games as well. It's been, quick maths, 156 games, or days rather, since Ronald Araujo picked up that injury in the Copa America quarterfinals, I believe it was, where the Uruguayan went down with that hamstring injury that has kept him sidelined for far too long. Luckily, that hamstring injury, for which he needed surgery at the time, is a thing of the past, and he can put that behind him as he has made his very first call-up under the German manager, under Hansi Flick. And a welcome addition he is indeed. Hansi Flick alluding to the fact that he's going to need all of his players come that final stretch of the season in all competitions. Come crunch time, he hopes to be able to count on all of his players, as there are still far too many that are injured, that are still remaining out of action. Of course, we're talking about the likes of the team captain, number one captain, it is Marc-André ter Stegen, Andreas Christensen, Marc Bernal, who will not make it most likely for the crunch time of the season. Maybe he will. We will have to wait and see. Also, Ansu Fati suffering a setback. And these players, in particular, the likes of Ansu Fati and Andreas Christensen, hopefully, as of January, we can look forward to them being back with the first team as well. At least that is what Hansi Flick was alluding to in the press conference. The physios, the team medics, doctors, physical trainers have been doing an excellent job in that regard. Also allowing a player like Robert Lewandowski, who is at the ripe age of 36, having one of his most stellar seasons of his career. And a large part has to do with, of course, the discipline and the good care that Lewandowski takes care of himself, but also the team physios have been doing an excellent job at training these players, making sure that they are under the right regiment and doing everything possible to get the best out of themselves. And the statistics show it, don't they? Robert Lewandowski having scored over 20 goals in all competitions. Rafinha having his best season as well. Add to that a Dani Olmo, who's also having his best personal best, having surpassed his highest mark that he had at Leipzig. What can we say about Lamine Yamal? I mean, the teenager, yes, still a mere teenager, is ever so productive in front of goal, whether it's through assists or scoring goals himself. He's been a joy to watch and just simply absolutely phenomenal. When it comes to our German counterparts, our opponents for tomorrow, it has to be said that Sahin is missing some key players himself as well. Looking at the likes of Julian Brandt, the German attacking midfielder, was a big miss, of course, for this season. Him out with a long-term injury. To that, Emre Can as well, Karim Adeyemi, all these, in this case, the young left winger, that is out. Still has plenty of talent, however, as Girassi is in top form in front of goal. The standout goal scorer for the Germans, enjoying a very good season since his arrival from Stuttgart. And the local media was very excited as well about Cole Campbell, the right winger, the young right winger, just 18 years of age, and drawing comparisons between Cole Campbell and Lamine Yamal. Surely a matchup that is something that the press and the fans, of course, will be taking a keen look at. However, when it came to drawing parallels, drawing comparisons between Lamine Yamal and a Cole Campbell, Nuri Sahin tried to not to apply the pressure on his young player and simply complimenting both players. Sahin in the press conference making a mention of the fact that Frenkie de Jong is his favorite player of this current Barca squad. Said he was his favorite player, in fact, since his Ajax days. And Frenkie that also enjoys the confidence and the backing of first team manager Hansi Flick. In the press conference, Hansi alluding to the fact that the whole team is working hard to make sure that Frenkie can get back to his personal best as well. And when you're looking at these images of the team as a collective unit, as a whole, it simply has to be said that the atmosphere is there. It seems right. This team is clicking at all ends. And it's very normal, of course, for teams to also go through ups and downs, go through glorious moments like the victories that we enjoyed against Bayern, against Real Madrid, against Sevilla, and through the tough matches as well. The important thing is that this team has showed unity, has showed that they are a collective group that with a common goal in mind, and that they wholeheartedly and fully believe in the message that is being implemented and transmitted to them, communicated to them by Hansi Flick and his staff. Well, that'll do it for us. Make sure that you join us and the Barca Live crew tomorrow, starting at 8:30 p.m. And that'll do it for me, Diego Lagain, signing off for Barca 1 here from Dortmund. Goodbye.
Bon record.
Temporada.